What is going up? Going up? What is going on? My bad, my bad. Everyone, welcome to another Rotating Points Call of Duty podcast. Everything about the CDL Call of Duty League. Charlie does Lena. I don't know what else to say, okay? I'm here joined by the beautiful, by the gorgeous Lena does Lee.
Oh, hello.
Oh, okay, there you go.
We're
Sorry.
back.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right. Unfortunately, this week no big news coming out, but I think we just it's getting hot. All right, my hands are getting clammy over here. I kind of want to take them off my shirt, but the show must go on. All right, so let's just get into it. This one is gonna be super short, maybe like a couple of minutes. But what is the first thing we have in here, baby? Oh,
Jason
yes.
denied customs into US and said that he did not have a visa.
All right, so coming out from from Clayster himself, ASIM denied at the customs into the U.S. Pretty funny, or pretty bad if you actually think about it. Luckily, they caught this before the big major actually happened, but hey, look, he has to wait for the visa, I guess. He thought it went through, guess it didn't. Unfortunate, right? Hopefully he gets it soon. Next up.
Next up, reason for Huke being benched is not fitting the playstyle.
Okay, so on the LA Thieves 100 Thieves podcast featuring JKap, Nate Shot, and two other people I don't remember. The reason why Huke was being benched for the beginning of this season, this week, was because they didn't think or they didn't see that Huke was fitting into the playstyle that they were looking for. They remember last week they benched. By the surprise of everyone, they benched Huke. They brought back TJ Halley from the substitution position, and look, it's kind of interesting, right? JKap wants to play a certain way. He's structured. He wants to play a certain way. He's a fast player. He could adapt, but he wants to play a certain way, right? So instead of like benching Venom for Huke, they wanted to bring back TJ Halley because it fit the playstyle. They're doing super well before Huke came in, and once Huke came in, everything started to slowly go down the drain. I wouldn't say go down the drain, but everything slowly did not work out. Right? Kenny popping off. Draza, pretty good still. Venom, meh, still working on it. Cause he's like what? He's like 18. He's like cheeseburger chubby bunny. All right, love the kid. All right. But Huke coming into play, it's interesting how they didn't want to switch out Venom for maybe Huke. Maybe Venom needs a little bit more time, but I think Venom fits that play style. So I think right now I think JKap said on the live stream or stream or whatever on the pregame show that they're actually working with him still to fit into the system, fit into the play style they're looking for. So hopefully everything goes right for them. Speaking about LA Thieves again, go ahead.
Slash possibly being freed from LA Thieves.
Yes, so there's a little leak out there, little bit of words from him. SlasheR on one of the Twitch streams, in the chat, he said that he'll be freed soon. Does that mean that LA Thieves are gonna buy him out, or are they gonna let him go to a different team? Who knows, right? But SlasheR, champion, world Call of Duty League champion, multi 1-2, buckle my shoe. I don't know how many times he's won, but he's won a lot, or a few, or you know what I mean. But is this possibly? Do we possibly see SlasheR leaving, or being able to be traded, transferred, bought out? Because he's been on the bench, and JKap originally benched him long time, like a couple of months ago, in favor of Venom, I think it was, because SlasheR played that slow style and they wanted to be fast paced with it. So look, JKap, I know there's lots of memes onto it. JKap as a coach has body counts. He's benched SlasheR, TJ Halley, Huke. That's already three good players. And I think he's already he benched a few more. I could bring up a whole list about it, but who knows, right? And unfortunately, guys, that is it for today. Thank you for. I'm just kidding. We still got week 2 roundup.
Yep.
So I will be pulling out everything for you guys here. So this week 2, we actually got to see that Standoff be played, and surprisingly, Standoff was played a lot in Search and Destroy, like a lot. The first game we have is Paris versus FaZe. It was a 3-1 victory for FaZe, but that one, Paris destroyed them on Search and Destroy. The second map, Search and Destroy, and that was on Standoff. And that was really surprising. The first match of the week, it was a clean game. Let's just hold on 1 second here. Let me just pull out some stuff. These are just VODs, right? Hold on 1 second. Oh man. Okay, so it seems like I can't really pull out the match results.
It's a 3-1 FaZe.
Yeah, but I wanted to see like the game score and everything, like the matches and everything. But I guess oh, there you go. Okay, yeah. So let me just show you guys here. So we have FaZe beating Paris Legion 3-1. The first game went 250 to 211 in favor of FaZe, and this game was close. I think at the end FaZe popped off, and just look at this case. Simp has a 1.7 KDA with a hill time of 42 seconds. That's big. They really like this game was like Simp's game. Well played. Second game we have here is the one where Paris Legion 6-1'd on Standoff in Search and Destroy, and this was surprising. Obviously RCD is joining the Donut Squad, and oh, let me tell you, last week Lena and I, we had a weird, like, that day was just donut day. Like, we played, she woke up, we watched the little, like, I showed her the little donut clip of RCD showing the donut on the thing, and then he's like, Donut Club, and she's like, oh, I want donut. And then we like played Overwatch, and then there's this guy named Donut on the other team, and she was like, oh, I want donut. And what else happened? I completely forgot, but what else happened?
We played a little bit of Call of Duty, and then
and then Donut Emblem.
Yeah, Donut Emblem.
Yeah. And then after she was like, fuck it, she went out and she ordered donuts, like a 6-pack donut.
Oh, and then there was this guy who timed him eating dozen of donuts or something.
Oh yeah, we watched like a video of some guy like eating a dozen donuts in like 30 seconds or something. It was fucked. It got me hungry. It was pretty good. Yeah, and then after, at the end of the day, she was like, fuck it, I'm getting donuts. She got donuts. And I was like, fuck it, I'll get donuts tomorrow. And then I got donut, and then I got donuts. So yeah, so RCDs, I don't know if you're hearing this, but you got us eating some donuts over here, buddy. Yeah, so 6-1 for FaZe, for Paris. Hey, look, like, they played well. I don't think FaZe is like scrimmed enough on it, right? So maybe a little more scrims and everything, maybe work on it. They did say that they worked on it really like a lot, but this obviously shows something, right? So look at this KD, like 0-6-0-0-0-0-0, right? Plans to fuse is nothing, kills 0, KD is 0, 6 deaths. It would have been cool if it was 0, but next up, they played a control map, and this one was pretty one-sided, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was pretty one-sided. And then game 4, which was the last game, it was another close game in my opinion. It was Hardpoint Raid, and it went 250 to FaZe to 228. So it was another close game, but like RCD's pulled it out with being the top KDA player in that game, pretty much. And that's pretty much it for game 1. And then game 2, Toronto Ultra versus Mutineers. And I'm pretty let me just go back and check. This one is actually an upset, because the first game Florida won by a convincing fashion. Raid Hardpoint 250 to 182. Second game was Standoff. They won 6-2. Another, like, is Standoff Search and Destroy a map that's not good for top teams? That's pretty scary, because you see FaZe Clan and you see Toronto Ultra lose pretty badly on Standoff Search and Destroy. Who knows, right? Obviously some big wonders. Neptune having a 2.25 KDA with 9, going 9-4. Havoc 8-4 with a 2.0 KDA. Pretty good. Skies unfortunately 0.8, but you're negative, man. Come on, pick it up a little bit. I'm just playing with you. And then obviously it's 2-0 at this point, but Toronto Ultra never out of it, right? Control 3-0. Pretty convincing fashion, right? Everyone working together. Insight popping off 1.8 KDA, things like that. Game 4, again, Toronto Ultra. Moscow hardpoint. It's been a while since I talked about hardpoint. I mean Moscow, but 250 to 209, with bands coming in clutch with 1.33 KDA. That's another close game, and they could have had a reverse sweep. But Search and Destroy Miami, 6-3, and it goes to Florida. So luckily, Florida holds on. Another upset for that day. Let's just move on really quickly to the next game. Next day, we have May 28th. We had London Royal Ravens versus Dallas Empire. And this one was, I would say, was a lot closer than expected. The first game, it was London Royal Ravens coming out strong, 250 to 209. And this is Dallas Empire's first game, league match with Vivid in the roster, and Vivid did not show up. Vivid went 15-26 with a 0.57 KDA. But the thing is, Vivid also had problems throughout the other games. This was on Apocalypse Hardpoint, so maybe there's a connection issue or something was happening, because the next game Dallas comes back, wins it, another close round 11 win on Express, and Vivid again 5-11, 0.45 KDA. And I'm pretty sure they were disconnecting and something was happening. This game took a long time for it to start up, like this entire game. So something's happening with Vivid. I don't know if Vivid's like with them at like whatever headquarters they're playing at or whatever, but so far not the greatest showing from Vivid. Then we'll just skim through this really quickly. 3-0 London Royal Ravens beats Dallas Empire through control, and London Royal Ravens are 2-1 at this point. Dallas Empire, another close game, 250 to 244. 6 seconds left for London Royal Ravens. I was cheering London on. I was like, dude, let's fucking go, London. So close, right? Obviously, we look over at like, I just don't even want to look at Vivid's numbers. He has not been positive a single match yet. Last game, game 5, Search and Destroy. Boom. Standoff. Another game with standoff. And this one goes all the way, like, pretty convincing fashion for Dallas Empire, right? But Vivid finally 1.0 KDA, goes 4-4. Let's fucking go. So far, I don't like, maybe London Royal Ravens messed up a little bit, but Dallas did not seem like they deserved that win. Again, Vivid might be lagging. Something's wrong with the client. There's been a lot of like people like getting errors and everything, clients, and just leaving mid game and everything. So who knows, right? Then we have the next game and final game of May 28th. That was a Friday, right? May 28th was a Friday. Let me check really quickly. Yes, it was. Optic Chicago versus Minnesota Rocker. Minnesota Rocker finally put in Major Maniac. This is their first game with Major Maniac instead of I think it was Accuracy. I could be wrong. Yes, instead of Accuracy. So first game, 250 to 238 hardpoint Moscow. And I watched this game. This game felt it was getting scary. Optic was at the very beginning was in the lead by a large margin, and then all of a sudden Minnesota started, being they're in the right spots for the right spawns, the right spots, the right time, and they almost come close. But last hard point was P1, and obviously Chicago held it out. Obviously looking at it, Major Maniac got 24-25, 0.96, just 1 kill away. It's okay, this is fine, right? Would be better to see Attach maybe step a little bit. Priesta, it kind of 0.81. Standy obviously still a beast, that's fine. Game 2, Standoff, Search and Destroy. Again, this is 4 games in a row with Standoff, Search and Destroy. Any key noticeables? I don't know. Envoy was flanking a lot, and he was a monster flanking. 6-2 in favor of Chicago. Obviously 9-7 KDA for Envoy. Scump went 8-4, 2.0 KDA. What a beat. The king is back. All right, up to Chicago 2-0. And then the final game was Raid Control. 3-0 by Optic. And none of the guys over in Minnesota went positive. Unfortunate. I don't know how they would fix their roster here. There's obviously something wrong with the roster. Attach hasn't been in form, I would say. Neither has Presta. Presta went 10 and 20. There's something wrong. Major Maniac he's there. Like he's still solid, but I don't know if I would have put, if accuracy was in place of Major Maniac, I don't see a difference. I think it's not up to Major Maniac or accuracy, but it's up to Attach and Presta, who aren't performing as well. 3-0, pretty easy for Optic. Let's just skim through all these. We have Paris Legion versus Minnesota Rocket. Minnesota Rocket bring it back. They win 3-1. Next up, we have LA Thieves versus Seattle Surge. This one, again, let me just check again to see if this one was played on any. Oh, this is the first game that did not have Paris Legion versus Minnesota series, did not have standoff. So there's one map that we've seen consistently not there. Seattle Surge versus LA Thieves. This one was a pretty scary game for LA Thieves. Again, look at it. Look how inconsistent LA Thieves are. Okay, we're just gonna bring this back up again. Okay, we're just go through everything. Octane, Pristini, Classic, and Gunless. Classic, Gunless, not that great of scores. Pristine going off 23-16. But this was Hardpoint Apocalypse, and LA Thieves did not look like they had no clue how to play the map. Okay, I wouldn't say no clue how to play the map, but they weren't ready for the map, right? Obviously, you see Kenny popping off still. Not popping off, but close enough. But this just felt like it was one-sided, that map. Next map we have was Standoff Search and Destroy. LA Thieves win this 6-3. So right now map is 1-1. Next map we have is Control, and this was a close game. LA Thieves win this 3-2, and noticeables, Draza holding it down, and Gunless 36-29. Like, you know, numbers at this point, right? And then the next map was another hard point on Moscow this time. It's 2250 to 150. And this has been happening a lot to LA Thieves. Is there something wrong with respawn for LA Thieves? Because they seem like they're struggling. Like, they have the hard point, the first one, 250 to 155. Then they had Control where they barely won. And then they have another hard point where they got, I would say, pretty like decently beat up. And then the last match is Search and Destroy, Raid. Fortunately, they play well, they play good, they win 6-1. LA Thieves almost lose this, but luckily Seattle Surge is not good. Search and Destroy. We have LA Guerrillas versus NYSL after this. LA Guerrillas have any changes? No, they don't have any changes, but NYSL, I actually predicted a 3-0 but for NYSL, but LAG actually steal the Miami Search and Destroy map, and they stole it pretty nicely, 6-3. But overall, NYSL played very well. LA Gladiators did not seem like they're in form as well. Last day, Sunday, we have Florida versus Royal Ravens. Let's just say Sunday was all 3-0s, right? I actually wanted Royal Ravens to win because, you know, me with the underdogs, but it was this like whole day was quick, right? So Florida wins 3-0 against London Royal Ravens. Ultra versus Empire. I thought that it was going to be a close game, but it looks like, let's just go see like how Vivid's doing, right? Is Vivid again like whoa, 250 to 144. Vivid goes 10-23. None of these guys are performing. Next map, Raid Hardpoint. Next map we have is Express Search and Destroy. 6-4. Vivid plays a little bit better. Vivid is I wouldn't say, even though he's an SMG player, I wouldn't say that Vivid is a respawn player. He is really smart playing Search and Destroy. We can see that by his numbers for Search and Destroy, he's barely passing. He's above the average. But you can't really do anything about it. And then the final map that Empire unfortunately loses 3-1 against Toronto Ultra on Garrison. Vivid again goes 0.61. So the trade for Empire is Vivid for Huke. We can't compare Huke this weekend with Huke's stage whatever, because that's been a while now, right? Huke's on a new team and everything. He's not even being played, so it's not fair for us to compare. because these two are two different players. They're both SMG players. I think Vivid's an SMG player. Maybe he feels awkward, but they're good in their own ways. And Vivid is not showing, and I think Empire is maybe regretting picking up a play like this. Who knows, right? And then the final game of the week, Optic Chicago versus Atlanta FaZe. And let's just say Optic got crushed. 3-0 for Atlanta FaZe. First map, Hardpoint Moscow. 250 to 157. Noticeables. Scump going 13 and 22 with a 0.59 KDA. Yikes. Map number 2, Express Search and Destroy. Scump popping off, but his team Dashy goes 2 and 10. He has a 0.10 KDA. None of Scump's teammates on this map showed up. And the final map we have is Raid Control 3-0. 3-0. 3 baby. Oh. Easy. Done. Don't even want to talk about the numbers. Everyone did not play well. It's fair to say, and I would think they would agree that they did not play well either. But again, this is FaZe. FaZe is insane, right? So that's pretty much it for this week. And I think we gotta quickly go through our pick'ems for next week, right, my baby girl?
Yes.
This concludes those. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's this week, right?
Yes, this week. Did I say next week? This week. That's what I meant to say. So that concludes Chicago's home series. Unfortunately, Chicago drops the last map completely. I did have them winning at least one map because I thought they were looking pretty good during the last major playoffs. Plus, obviously against Chicago Rocker, a Minnesota Rocker, Chicago Rocker, Minnesota Rocker. But looks like they dropped the ball, and that's it. I get my double points. Okay. It's like I'm playing for something, right? I'm not even playing for anything. I just want to be right, you know? So now we have Florida home series. First game of the day, we have Atlanta versus FaZe. Atlanta versus FaZe. What is wrong with I'm getting like a heat stroke over here. Atlanta versus Seattle. You already know, baby.
FaZe.
FaZe. Yes. You don't want numbers? You just say it, all right? FaZe versus Surge. You already from me, you don't watch it because you're not up, but you already know how good FaZe is because you've watched a little bit of the FaZe stuff. But me explaining to you how bad Seattle is, you already know. Unless Seattle switches their whole entire roster and just start out fresh with a proper core, or maybe keep a new core and just drop other players to work together, right? I think 3-0 FaZe. We have Empire versus Guerrillas. Do I see Empire coming back? Maybe stronger than last week. Maybe Vivid says, "Okay, let's fucking go. Let's actually fucking play." I was lagging, so fuck all, right? LAG. I would say Empire wins 3-1. I'll be really ashamed if Empire does not win. Then we have LA Thieves versus Paris Legion, and I think I might be crazy, but Paris Legion can I think they could win this. Because if you look at the things that Thieves do, Respawn, they barely win Respawn. You saw like 250 to 150 against whatever team they were playing against. And then they don't win Search and Destroy either. But no, they do win Search and Destroy, but Paris Legion won Search and Destroy. And Paris Legion seems like a pretty good team on Search. I think this might be a 3-1 for Paris Legion. I think this is an upset. 3-1 Paris Legion. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Don't worry. All right, so we have NYSL versus Florida Mutineers. I think NYSL wins this 3-1. I think I give Florida a map here. And I might be biting my words because Florida either wins or they don't win. Like, they're consistently one-sided. It's either they destroy or they get crushed. So it's been a while that I've noticed, but who knows, right? Next map we have, and then the next series we have is Toronto versus London. And I think Toronto wins this 3-1, and I think London Royal Ravens take the first map. First map on Hardpoint, or they take the S&D, one or the other. And I think Toronto comes back. Double points by Game Fuel, the boys of the nation, the Green Wall, brick by brick, Optic Gaming versus Paris Legion. This should be pretty easy. I think 3-1. I'm gonna give Paris one. But obviously I don't know if optics, like, mental or whatever confidence has been like shattered because of FaZe. But obviously these are pro players. You get past that. They have people that help them and everything. But I think it'll be okay. Minnesota Rocker versus Seattle Surge. This should have been the game of the day. Super shitty team versus Minnesota Rocker, who is supposedly supposed to, looks like they're trending downwards. Hear me out. Seattle Surge wins 3-2. Close game. The shitties of the shitties. You see the poop fighting each other in the toilet. All right, that's what I see here. Okay. No, I'm not hating on anyone here. It's unfortunate that things are trending downwards, right? There will always be winners and losers. And sometimes watching the losers, it's just sad, Next day, Sunday, the final day of the Florida home series. Mutineers versus Gorillas. I'm going to say this is a 3-2 Mutineers. Yeah, This might be finally Mutineers saying, oh, hey, look. We can make a game pretty even. Like, we'll throw some games. We'll do everything like that, okay? FaZe versus Thieves. I think, for some odd reason, I think FaZe goes 3-0 again. I think LA Thieves regrets not playing Huke after this. And I think by the next home series, which is the LA home series, Thieves home series, they put Huke into that week and then work on from there, because obviously they need time to work with them still, right? But I think 3-0 Atlanta FaZe. And the last match of the day, Clayster versus Crim 6. Dallas Empire versus Subliners. That's why you got dropped. That's why you got dropped. Mr. X, you out there? Come join me on the podcast. I don't bite. We don't bite. My girlfriend, he loves you on Overwatch League. You're so like zero emotion up there. But when you're playing Call of Duty, I know you miss it, bro. I know you miss. Shut the fuck down. You suck. Come on, I know you want to yell at people. You can yell at me. I'm okay with it. Come on the stream. You can yell at us. That's why you got dropped. That's why you have 2 viewers. I'd love to have you on the show, my man. But this game, NYSL versus Empire, I think NYSL, just by looking at looking on paper, seems so much further ahead than Dallas. And I just see Lena just laughing over there because it's just funny. Okay. I think NYSL wins this by a big margin, and I think Empire does not have the skill that they had in the past couple stages, plus last year's win at the champs. So I think it's gonna be 3-0 for Empire. Seems like Sundays are gonna be 3-0s, maybe, hopefully. Now this time, guys, I will hit the save button. And let's see. Come on, save it this time. Come on, save it. Okay, it's saved this time. All right. As you guys could see, last week completely missed out on the first 2 because I guess I forgot to hit the save button.
Difficulty.
Big time. All right. I think that pretty much wraps it up. It's a pretty short, like, we're in the middle of a stage, so nothing big is gonna happen. Hopefully we are able to, think maybe SlasheR is able to transfer something like that. We could talk about that, hopefully, if that happens. But I think that's it from us today. Do you have any words or comments, Lena Lee?
No.
No.
I wish I can watch the matches though, but then it happens while I sleep.
Yeah, and like when you watch VODs, it's not the same as watching it live, so obviously we tend to try to watch it live, and if we have to watch VODs only for certain plays or whatever, we will, but we tend to just watch it live because we're watching the VODs, it doesn't feel the same, yeah, I think that's it from us today, guys. My name is Charlie. This is Lena Dustley, the beautiful, the lovely. I want to thank you guys all for listening. This is a short podcast today, 30 minutes, episode 3. I will see you guys in the next one.
Bye. See you next week.